All right, let's start creating your own HyperDoc. So we're going to use Google Docs. You're more than welcome to use Word, but I'm going to be showing you Google Docs. So first thing you want to do is maybe change some of your page setup settings. You can go to File and Page Setup. Here you can choose your portrait, landscape. You can choose, I like to give myself a little room on the top and bottom, just to give myself, again, a little more room to work with on the document. So you can change this. I just changed it to 1/2 inch. You can change it to even lower if you'd like, or leave it. If you want to change the background color of your page, you have that option as well. So you can choose a color and it will change the entire page's background. I'm going to turn mine back to white just for today. You can change that at any time if you get going and want to change it or want to change the color. You can go back and always edit that. So now you're ready to get started, creating, and let's add our first thing, which probably is going to be the title of the document. Again, you have all the basic tools for Google Docs up here, and I'm just going to add a title here. And again, you can change the font that you want to work with. I like to stick with basic fonts, especially for kids that maybe struggle reading cursive type letters or artsy type letters. Sticking with something basic is a little more, makes their eyes a little happier. Okay, so you can again change the color, right, to your title. And then you can also start to add, if you need to start adding directions below for the kids, you can change those font sizes and start adding in, if I could type and talk at the same time, their directions and so on. Now, if you want to get fancy and add more of a, fancier heading here, maybe you have something that's already created, you've used before for like your Google Classroom or other slide decks and things like that, you can go ahead and insert an image. So if again you have something already created, add it from here. But if you don't have anything created, one really easy way to do this is to go to your Insert Drawing and click New. And this is going to bring up Google Drawings, and Google Drawings is its own app. But this launches you right into it. This is a really easy way to create an image and then save it right directly onto your document you're working on. So you have features like, say, adding a text box. This is just, adding text in a certain spot. But why you're here is to make it fancy. So if you go to Actions, you can choose Word Art. Type in the word or words that you'd like. You can now place that word art. You can now change the color of the word art and the lines around it. I can even change the font. Okay. And then from here, I can also maybe add an image. If you wanted to add like a add a square to make a background color, whatever, you can get pretty fancy here. You could add images that are from your computer on your Google Drive. You can even search for specific images. Some of us like to use those Bitmojis, so I can pull up my Bitmoji extension here and copy one of my Bitmoji images and paste it right onto this Google drawing. So once I think I've got it, I'm ready to go, then all I have to do is hit Save and Close, and this is going to insert it right on to that doc. And then let's say I want to use that instead. Now I can just get rid of this stuff, and oops, there we go. And I want to drag this up, but I'm going to need to, there we go, make it so you're going to want to make it so you can wrap the text so you can move it. And there you go. One really important tool for creating HyperDocs are tables. So under Insert, you're going to see Insert Table. From here, you're going to be able to choose how many rows and columns you'll need in each table. I'm going to choose just a 2x2 right now, so 4 table here. And this is where you're going to get in and start kind of playing around. You can grab the sides here and shrink down. I'm going to need to shrink my size here of my text. And you can now begin to kind of format these tables by, typing in your text, whatever it is you need to say. You can, with a table, you can fill the background color in. So if you want to get in here and make, the background a certain color, you can title or align any of your text. Okay. You can even insert an image into one of your boxes. So I'm just gonna upload from the computer here. I know I have some images saved, and those images will go right into that box, and then you'll be able to resize them and align them as needed. Let's go ahead and recreate kind of something that looks like our basic lesson template here. Okay, so just using these texts or these tables. So you see here I have a table of 2 by 2. Okay, and maybe I just want this one to be a 1 table. So just like they have here in our basic, they have the image, right? And then 2 stacked on top of each other. So to do that, I need to merge these 2 cells. So I can highlight the cells. Easiest way is just to right click and you'll find merge cells. And once I do that, you'll see now that those 2 cells have become 1. Then up here, I need to change this font. It's defaulting to the font I was using earlier. And it's defaulting to the color. I can go ahead and put the title. Whoops. So that one on our basic was the engage. I can't type today. My goodness. There we go. I can center it. I can make my font a little bigger. And then I can even highlight this cell and I can fill in the color I'd like it to be. Maybe I want to make this font white just to make it stand out a little better. Let's drag this guy up. I need to make sure I wrap the text if I want to place him in a specific spot. And then from here, I can go in, still defaulting, and I can go in and begin to put in my directions for the kids. To create another one below, easiest way, if you're going to kind of make, like I said, this one's staying with the same format throughout, the best and easiest way to do that is just to copy this entire table and paste it. Oops, it looks like it pasted that as well. Now I have a double, and now I can go in and make sure I can change the colors, the titles, all that stuff for in between. So one little trick you'll see is sometimes you'll have these boxes, right? This cell with a table or a cell with inside of the cell. And this is actually, allowing the student to type in an answer. It's giving them an answer back essentially. So how you create that is when I am in the cell, I just go to insert and I go to table and I'm only inserting a 1 by 1. So there it gives that table essentially inside of a table. So now this can work as an answer box for your students. If you want to, recreate and make a different type of table for the next maybe section of this lesson, we can insert a table. Let's do a, you could do up to a 3 by 3, 3 by 2, whatever you need to do there. And then from here, you could put in your titles. All right, I can center them. I can color each one by fill colors. You can really get creative here. And then again, be able to type in any of the text that you like to use. With fonts and things, I like to kind of really, again, stick with the same fonts. Stick with, things that are simple so that it doesn't get too crazy for kiddos as they're reading and searching through things. So tables are going to be your best friend. Learning how to use tables. They can get a little frustrating every once in a while, but stick with it. You can adjust and create as you go. Sometimes even finding one, a HyperDoc that you really like, you can, if you've made a copy of it, you can always copy and paste that entire cell or table and paste it into your new one as well.